Good day everyone, I'm Erosion Kamanse. I'm the Part 1 reporter of Earth Process, specifically erosion.
Earth processes. All around us, the Earth is in a constant state of change, and it's been that way since its formation. Some of these changes happen extremely slowly over the course of those billions of years, while others happen in an instant. Some take place on microscopic scale, others affect the entire planet. The most gradual processes include the formation of mountains and ocean bases, continental drift, deposition, and some types of erosion. The fastest processes include earthquakes, eruptions, asteroid impact, the motion of currents, the water cycle, and the weather processes. Other processes happen relatively quickly on the geologic timescale, but still very slowly from a human standpoint, like glacial flow, climate change, weathering, and other types of erosion. Geological processes are events that occur on a geological timescale ranging between millions of centuries, hundreds of meters, and thousands of kilometers. Geological processes are dynamic processes at work in the Earth's landforms and surfaces. The mechanism involves weathering, erosion, and deposition. These processes combined are in some respects destructive, in others are constructive. So there are three types of mechanism in Earth processes. First is the weathering or the breaking down of rocks. Second is the erosion, the movement of sediment from broken rocks. Deposition or the dropping of sediment in a new places. But we will focus all about erosion. Erosion. What causes the valley to form? Why do streams and lakes get muddy after a rainstorm? Why are the rocks at the bottom of a river usually round? The answer to all of these questions is erosion. So what is erosion? Erosion is the process by which the surface of the earth gets worn down. Erosion can be caused by natural elements such as wind and glacial ice. But anyone who ever seen a picture of the Grand Canyon knows that nothing beats the slow, steady movement of water when it comes to changing the earth. The key to erosion is something called fluid flow. Water, air, and even ice are fluids because they tend to flow from one place to another due to the force of gravity. Of the three, liquid water is the most common agent of erosion because there's so much of it on the Earth's surface. So the natural agent of erosion: water, wind, ice, and gravity. What is water erosion? Liquid water is the major agent of erosion on Earth. Rain, rivers, floods, lakes, and the ocean carry away bits of soil and sand and slowly wash away the sediment. Despite its sometimes destructive nature, water erosion is a natural phenomenon that can literally shape our world in large ways. So there are four types of soil erosion produced by rainfall. First is the splash erosion. Second, the sheet erosion. Third is the rill erosion. Fourth is the gully erosion or valley erosion. So first, splash erosion or the raindrop impact. So splash erosion or raindrop impact represents the first stage in the erosion process. Splash erosion results from the bombardment of the soil surface by raindrops. Raindrops behave as little bumps when falling on exposed or bare soil, displacing soil particles and destroying soil structure. Studies in America have shown that splash particles may rise as high as 0.6 meters above the ground and move up to 1.5 meters horizontally. Splash erosion result in the formation of surface crust which reduce infiltration, resulting in the start of runoff. So sheet erosion. So sheet erosion is the detachment of soil particles by raindrop impact and their removal down slope by water flowing over land as a sheet instead of definite channel or rails. A more or less uniform layer of fine particles is removed from the entire surface of an area, sometimes resulting in an extensive loss of rich topsoil. Sheet erosion commonly occurs on recently plowed fields or on other sites having poorly consolidated soil material with scant vegetative cover. So the third is the real erosion. So real erosion results from the concentration of surface water or sheet erosion into deeper, faster flowing channels. As the flow becomes deeper, the velocity increases, detaching soil particles in soaring channels up to 30 cm deep. Real erosion represents the intermediate process between sheet and gully erosion. So the last type is gully erosion. So gully erosion is a widespread and often dramatic form of soil erosion caused by flowing surface water. It consists of open, unstable channels that have been cut more than 30 centimeters deep into the ground. Gully erosion is the result of the interaction of land use, climate, and slope. It occurs on many different soils and landforms in New South Wales. So the impact of gully erosion is can reduce the land available for agriculture, wash sediment into waterways and water supplies, speed up the rate of erosion by exposing subsoil, and make it more difficult to access affected lands. So the cause of gully erosion is unstable soil in drainage lines, increased runoff caused by low levels of vegetation and cover of poor soil infiltration. So valley erosion is produced when water continuously flows along a linear feature, eroding downward, deepening the valley, and extending the valley headward towards the hillside.
So, the broadest application of the term erosion embraces the general wearing down and molding of all landforms on Earth's surface, including the weathering of rocks in its original position, the transport of weathered materials, and erosion caused by wind action and fluvial, marine, and glacial processes. So that's all my report, and my co-reporter will continue the topic erosion.